Welcome to r/Murderedbywords, where sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can straight up kill you. This is the plant-based meal given to all guests at the Golden Globe Awards this year. No option with meat at all. No choice. Welcome to Hollywood in 2020, where vegan extremists rule. Barf emoji. Breaking news, man who wasn't invited to the Golden Globes is unhappy about the meal at the Golden Globes. So, if the height of vegan extremism is that they serve 2 vegan dishes at the Golden Globes, then honestly, they don't seem too bad. My roommate just finished writing a book on how to get money, and now he needs money to publish it. Tell him to read the book. Posted by an honest-to-God Karen on Facebook. Stop crying and do something about your life. Typical baby boomer sentiment. My parents bought a house for $35,000 with 2 low-middle income jobs. They were 21 years old. Today, that house is worth $650,000, thanks to 40 years of exponential inflation. If a 21-year-old today was to buy the same house with the price adjusted back down to 1970s inflation, it would only cost $120,000 in today's money. If my parents had to pay $120,000 for this house in the 70s, well, that would quite simply be ludicrous. There isn't a bank in the land that wouldn't have laughed them out of the office. To expect Generation Ys to do the same as boomers did is not only ridiculous, it's just plain ignorant. Our hard work and our money simply doesn't go as far as yours did. Our money is worth a lot less than what yours was worth. Not an opinion, it's a fact. But please, keep telling us how lazy we are, how stupid we are for racking up $100,000 in student loans for jobs we can't get, and how hard you had it. Personally, I never understood the problem with the younger generation. Why don't you people just buy yourself some more money? Homosexuality is not normal. How a man gets attracted to another man beats me. Physics confuses me too. Instead of making attempts to learn anything about the subject, it's a lot more comfortable for me to deny it exists and call Newton a psychotic sinner. At Wendy's, you're adopted, you effer. Reply from Wendy's. First, it's YOU''RE. Second, while Wendy wasn't adopted, her father Dave was. That's why the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption was his passion. Despite your attempt to use it as an insult, many lives are made better through the adoption process. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with being adopted? It's not like it's an insult or anything. My only thing with my kid being gay is how is he gonna carry on our family legacy? Males can't carry children. He needs himself a woman to do that. End of discussion. What legacy? You're broke. You have no properties to leave behind. Your name has no value. All you have to offer is your homophobia and misogyny. That isn't worth jack. Y'all really think you're modern King Henry VIII? The delusion, the arrogance. And on this post, OP actually deleted the body of his post, but someone sums it up as follows. Basically, this guy had a girlfriend, but he'd been cheating on her with a coworker. He bought a ring planning on proposing to his coworker, but on New Year's Eve, he went out with his actual girlfriend, got drunk, and proposed to her. Now he's asking for advice on how to unpropose to her and get the ring back so he can propose to his coworker. He also posted an update later saying he decided just to break up with his coworker and go through with marrying the girlfriend and not tell her about the affair. So I'm sure that'll go well. Dear Reddit, I proposed to my girlfriend while drunk on New Year's Eve night. Can I cancel and get the ring back? Reply with 5,000 upvotes and 4 gold medals. Not been bothering with Reddit over Christmas, but it's nice to come back to an early nominee for stupidest post of the year, especially so early on. Let me check I've got this straight. You were planning on proposing to a work colleague when you go on a holiday, despite the fact that you're still seeing someone you class as your girlfriend. However, in a twist of fate, you took that engagement ring out with you on New Year's Eve. Either that, or you took the wrong girlfriend out. Either way, mistakes were made. Those mistakes were compounded when you got caught up in the heat of other people's affection and proposed to your wrong girlfriend. And now, you want legal advice on whether you can get the ring back, so you don't have to buy another ring and can instead give your intended fiancé your accidental fiancé's ring. Well, from a legal perspective, you're out of luck because a gift is a gift even when given by a moron. However, there is a solution. Tell your current and accidental fiancé about the mistake. Honesty may actually be your best policy here, because I suspect that the realization that you're such an utter fungus of a person will lead her to take the ring off and fling it. If you're lucky, you may be able to find it and then can give your ex-fiancé sloppy seconds to your bit on the side. And what a lucky girl she will be. Because nothing says romance quite like I accidentally proposed to the wrong girl and just went with it. Dang, you are stunning, but I'm afraid you'd spend more time drinking/partying on Instagram than in a relationship, lol. You're absolutely right, Bob. Lol, who says you can't judge someone based off a couple of pics, haha. I'm not sure. Who says that, Rob? Ignorant, naive people, lol. It was a generality, lol, not an actual question. Rhetorical, one could say, haha. It's my turn. I'm picking you as someone who is extremely insecure. In relationships, you probably have extreme jealousy issues and are controlling. The girls you date probably aren't allowed to go out and have fun because girls' nights are just excuses for them to cheat on you. You've been burned by someone in the past and now use that as a reason to attempt to gaslight every potential partner that you might have. Because women are all evil and terrible and you're just a nice guy. Also, your profile says 5'9", but I'm willing to bet money that you're 5'7" in heels. How'd I do, Rob? Posted to rSlash adultery. I'm cheating on my husband who doesn't deserve it. Too long, didn't read. I'm a good person, just doing the wrong thing selfishly to an awesome guy who doesn't deserve it. No, I can't stop. Let me just start out by saying I know I'm wrong. Yes, I feel guilty. No, not guilty enough to stop. There's several dynamics to the situation. I have been with my husband since we were teenagers, about 13 years. Our relationship has always been extremely sexual. We still to this day have sex daily. It's not often we skip a day. He has never been able to last long, so it's a pretty quick session. Under 30 seconds, mostly under 15 seconds, like 99.99% of the time. Over the years, we've had some fantastic, out-of-this-world, blow-your-mind intercourse, but it's very rare. I live by the saying, never let your husband leave the house hungry or horny, so I always make sure he's satisfied. Even though I'm not even turned on and get no satisfaction from the intercourse we have. The post continues, but then there's this reply. You just don't like being told what you truly are. This whole sub is just people being narcissistic looking for validation. Take a look in the mirror. The reason you feel like a piece of garbage is because you are. If you know a simple action like cheating can lead to murder, suicide, depression, and just downright a world of hurt, then by choosing to still do it, what does that say about you? If you're willing to hurt those close to you for something so temporary, then what are you other than a narcissistic sack of trash? You people can come up with all the excuses, all the narratives that you think will make you look better, how it's all not so black and white. But at the end of the day, you're all nothing but a bunch of pathetic, sad little people telling each other that you're all normal and that you're not the bad guy here. But the truth is, deep down, you all know you're nothing but trash looking for comfort in your little echo chamber. So go on lying to each other, just don't be surprised when your whole life of selfish decisions comes crashing down. Lady, you can't open with, I'm a good person doing the wrong thing selfishly. That literally makes you a bad person. If you're not too young to see heterosexual relationships, you're not too young to see homosexual ones. And that's that. Don't at me with dissenting homophobic opinions. One woman said, your kids are gonna be confused when they realize they have two mamas. I told that woman, were your kids confused when they realized all four of them had different daddies? Miss me with that BS. Then, we had this contribution from Invisible Pancreas down in the comments. I've never stood this whole, this will confuse the children argument. My son is confused where the toilet paper goes when he pulls the flush. I don't try to ban plumbing. Then, Too Funk to Drug replies, my son yells, bye poop, every time he flushes. I hope this continues on to adulthood. I'm on the bus and this guy is so fine, but he has an iPhone 6. Sick emoji. And you're on a bus. I don't understand. Why can't I find any millionaire attractive guys on public transportation? The cities in the background are approximately 16 miles apart. Where's the curve? Please explain this. With a circumference of 24,901 miles, you're looking at a curvature of around 0.2 degrees, or a little more than 10 feet at 16 miles away. May I say, that curvature is still significantly higher than your IQ. Posted by Omaha Scanner. 14-year-old male hit with Narcan after a suspected overdose en route code 3 to Nebraska Med. I'll say it, old enough to make the adult choice, suffer the adult consequences. My tax money shouldn't be used to save drug addicts when there's genuine people trying to work who can't afford medication. And then Omaha Scanner replies, nothing is known about this case beyond what was posted. It is, however, safe to assume that the market price for medications is not the fault of a 14-year-old child. It's also worth noting that children can be and are exposed to drug use and abuse and it not be their choice. As stated above, nothing is known about this case, but the child could have been forced or coerced, or the overdose could have been accidental. With all this said, if you set up a GoFundMe, the Omaha Scanner team would gladly reimburse you the .00001 cents the Narcan cost you from your tax money. River Running in the comments says it best. Imagine being so righteous about your tax dollars that you think a 14-year-old boy deserves to die. Replying to Stormy Daniels, can't wait until your daughter understands you're only skilled at one thing. Reply from Stormy Daniels, which thing? Writing movies and best-selling books? Directing? Dancing? Running a charity events company? Owning a CBD line? Selling out comedy clubs? Winning equestrian events? Winning legal battles? Standing up to bullies? Oh, you mean having intercourse. That's easy. Even your mom can do that. The top comment on this thread is, innocent boy gets f***ed by experienced MILF. Review 5 stars. My dog loves them. Review 5 stars. The dogs love them. Review 5 stars. Dogs love these chews. Not too big either. Review from Kimberly 2 out of 5 stars. Dear AKC, your long-lasting bones lasted all of 5 minutes. If that's your idea of a long-lasting bone, then I feel sorry for your wife. Posted by Big Think. Your Netflix binge-watching makes climate change worse, says experts. The emissions generated by watching 30 minutes of Netflix is the same as driving almost 4 miles. It's cool to guilt-trip ordinary people for every tiny thing that might spark joy while oil executives dip their hands in big barrels of dinosaur juice to lube up every time they have a wank. So who else is going to start calling gas dinosaur juice? Because I think I might have to after this. In response to a picture of a woman trying to waterbend a kitchen sink. Waterbending at its finest. Dear white people, please stop cosplaying as persons of color characters. Thank you, sincerely, everyone. Dear person who just wrote that, anyone can cosplay as anyone/anything they want. Also, that's the actual voice actress for Korra. She literally is the Avatar. Thank you, sincerely, the Smitten Kitten. Slammed. Just a thought. Instead of boomers, try the same sentence with Jews instead. See where that takes you. See how you like it. See what it says about you. Oh, shut the F up. One is an age group that has had control of the planet and politics for the last 30 years. The other is a protected ethnicity and religion. One has had complete power over world government and voting in nations. The other was killed in the Holocaust. Shut up. Is this lady straight up comparing the popularity of the phrase, okay boomer, to the plight of Jews? 1. Stop watching adult videos. 2. Find a wife/husband. 3. Marry and have children. 4. Homeschool. 5. Have church. 6. Pass on your culture. 7. Pass on the gift of life. 8. Ban abortion. 9. Promote traditional values. 10. Fear God. How to save society in a few simple steps. That's pretty much what ISIS is doing from their point of view. This post is a perfect example of what the internet has come to call Y'all-Qaeda. That was rSlash Murderedbywords, and if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe because I put out new Reddit content every single day.